Hello everyone. Today we are going to experience a wonderful journey of flowers and foliage. We are going to learn a little bit more about types and styles of gardens in today's presentation. I, Dr. Anuradha Karmarkar from AISSMS College of Management and Catering Technology, Pune, welcome you all to this wonderful journey of gardens. Most of the time when we look at gardens, we just visit them without going in the technical details. But in this presentation, we'll be learning a bit more about gardens. Gardens basically are formal gardens. These are the gardens which strictly follow a formal, symmetrical and geometrical patterns in their landscaping, and it resembles like a carpet laid over the land, and that's why it is called as formal gardens. Examples of formal gardens are Mughal gardens, Persian gardens, Italian or Roman gardens, and French gardens. Whereas informal gardens do not lay much emphasis on their formality and resembles and depict nature closely, and that's why they are called as informal garden. Examples of informal gardens are Japanese and British gardens. We are going to look at certain landscapes of different gardens in the coming slides. To begin with, wow. This is the first word which will come to you whenever you look at this precious monument and the wonderful garden laid right in front of it. The Mughal architecture is incomplete without a landscaping or a garden, which can very well be witnessed in this picture in front of Taj, one of the wonders. Another example of formal garden can be witnessed in Rashtrapati Bhavan. So what is the similarity between them? They have peculiar feature. The gardens in Mughal gardens are divided into 4 plots, either by water channels as you can see in this, or by trees as you can see here. The running water also is very prominent feature of any formal Mughal garden. The flowing water, the overflowing water, is another concept which is very commonly seen in any of the Mughal gardens. The water provides coolness and freshness to the garden, and reflection of sky and trees provide unique beauty to their eyes. The 4 plots are planned with trees and shrubs as you had seen in Rashtrapati Bhavan. The axis is straight and central and sometimes represented by tree line, as it can be very well seen in this picture. The pool created in the center with overflowing water serves as a central specimen. Fountains, cascades are linked to central pool to create scenic beauty. So their main emphasis is on water right in front as a central point or as a focal point. Trees are used to provide a boundary or outline or define a boundary, whereas everything is laid down in a proper structure. Another key feature of Mughal garden is a baradari. This construction is very well seen in any of the Mughal gardens we witness or we visit. What about Italian gardens? They are also formal gardens. In this picture, prominently visible are few aspects which we are going to highlight and which are the key elements of Italian garden. These gardens include a lot of flower beds, fountains, pools. So water body is an essential part of these garden as well, but not to forget the sculptures and of course the terraces adorned with marble pillar. So sculptures, fountain and water bodies along with flower beds and trees are the prominent feature of Italian garden. Persian garden. Persian garden can be called as very close to Mughal garden concept. With the same feature, they have a water body right in front of the building and can be considered as a focal point. A typical garden is a quadrant pattern with water channels dividing the garden into 4 sections, and in these are called as char bagh design. There were usually a pool or a small hill with a pavilion at the intersection of the channels. Shade trees and fruit trees are also found in these plots and along the water body. So the key features of Persian garden is water body in the center along with flower beds and trees which may bear fruit or which may be used to outline the boundary. The French formal garden, also called the Jardin à la Française. Symmetry and order are the heart of French landscape design. The gardens are also meant to be viewed from a distance, and so form and design play a very major role in French garden. In this typical French garden, you can see symmetry is maintained all over, either by using creepers or flower beds. Another prominent feature, as any other European garden, is a sculpture which is included in the garden area. The focus of the garden tends to be the house, usually a palace or a chateau, and a path radiate out of this, creating a long axial view. The geometric plan is used and symmetry is very important in French garden. We come to informal garden as a concept, and as discussed earlier, they do not follow any symmetry or pattern, but they are very close to nature. Key features of any such garden, like Japanese or British gardens, the key features of these gardens are they include a pond, stream, waterfalls. They may also include fountain, wells, island, sometimes bridge as it's visible here, stones, stone lanterns, and pagoda. A typical Japanese garden has all these elements present in it. You can see a pagoda, you can see a bridge, you can also see water bodies, and very prominent feature which is visible here in this picture are the ornamental trees. The trees which are cut in a specific manner to give it a different pattern and a look. Pagoda, as we discussed, is very key element of Japanese garden, along with rock sculptures and rock designs and patterns. Bonsais are also created along with rocks in that. Let's come to British gardens. British gardens are the most beautiful gardens amongst all European gardens. As we all know, United Kingdom enjoys a typical grassland climate with well-distributed rainfall, and therefore you can see ample flora fauna all around the countryside, especially in this wonderful country when you visit. Britishers are also very fond of flowers. The key features of British flowers or British garden are it has lawn, it has lot of flowers included in the garden, and it has rockery, and herbaceous borders are created using trees. Usually such gardens can be found in front of manors or castles, and you can have different varieties of flora and fauna visible here. There are certain special types of gardens also created in today's era. When we talk about formal and informal garden, they can be made available on large landscapes. But due to constraints of space, some gardens have been created taking into consideration the modern requirement and modern availability. These includes rooftop gardens, vertical gardens, water gardens, marsh or walk gardens, and terrariums. Rooftop gardens are very popular in urban localities. Because of space constraint, people have created their own small kitchen garden or flower garden on the rooftop or in the terraces available. Again, due to lack of space, vertical garden has gained popularity, and it also gives a very nice and welcoming look whenever you walk across such garden. In vertical gardens, the plants are planted along the wall and not on the floor. So you can create a wall garden or vertical garden anywhere wherever you have wall available as space. Water garden can be seen in many gardens, or they can be a very important part of the garden. In water garden, you will find flowers and plants which can grow very well in water, such as liliums or lotus, and patterns are created using these flowers all along. Marsh or walk garden is another concept. Here the trees are planted along the water or along the canal. A marsh garden can accommodate any moisture loving plant, those which are found commonly growing on the banks of streams or ponds. And some of the plants which can stand in 12 to 15 centimeters of water are also included in marsh garden. Plants growing in shallow water can also be accommodated in bog or marsh garden. And last but not the least is a terrarium. Terrarium is a modern concept and very trendy nowadays, and visible in most of the households or on office tables. A terrarium is like an aquarium, but for plants instead of a fish. It is made in just about any glass container, and it is planted to look like a miniature garden or forest enclosed in its own little world. Terrariums are very comfortable and convenient to make and to use, and it also enhances aesthetics of a given area. For the presentation, I have used images from agridi.in and Otherwire, whereas www.agridi.in has been used for the content as well, along with Google Images. With this, we come to an end of the presentation. I hope you enjoyed the journey of beautiful gardens. Thank you for your time, and I will be presenting another topic in my next presentation. So till then, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to solve the quiz given in the description box of my YouTube channel.